Running Man Animation is a Korean animated TV series that was based on the variety show that has the same name, which is something I didn't know until I looked it up. The show follows 7 different protagonists, each representing their tribes. The 7 protagonists compete in the Running Man Championship, where they play games in order to win the material. The 7 main protagonists are Liu, who is a representative of the Bug tribe, Lonky, who is a representative of the Gerard tribe, Kuga, who is a representative of the Bars tribe, Mio, who is a representative of, and I won't sugarcoat it, the Nyanya tribe. I'm not making this up. You can just look through Wikipedia and see it. Popo, who is a representative of the Peng tribe, Paula, who is a representative of the Impa tribe, and the main focus of this video, Guy, the representative of the Monk tribe. Out of all the 7 main protagonists, Guy's been considered a favorite among fans, myself included. Loved because of his confident and cool personality and his undying love for Mio. He's also loved for being a caring brother, willing to smuggle them to the Running Man games in order to take care of them. And let's not forget the most important part of Guy's story, the time where he was Man X. Even though Guy's time as Man X is considered very short since he's only been Man X for 2 episodes, his time as Man X and onwards has always been my favorite parts of Season 1. During Guy's time as Man X, Charming Gold rigged the games just so then Guy could advance to the finals. During both parts of Pyramid Race, Guy's been using the Man X ring to control the games, and all he had to do was just win. But it led to harming other players which he considered his friends. But then Guy was given the opportunity to finally win and advance to the finals, but it was at the expense of harming others. Guy realizes that winning the games is not worth harming others. So at the very last minute, Guy ended up letting Paula win and corrected all of his mistakes. And afterwards he stopped being Man X and no longer worked for Charming Gold. But although he did a good deed, it led to something far, far worse. The creation of DVX. Unlike Guy's time as Man X, his time as DVX is a lot more longer since it only spanned for 5 or 6 episodes. After Guy stopped being Man X, Charming Golden kidnapped him and made him wear a mask that injects him with the Amplifier, which is a drug that is used to brainwash him and make him stronger. And after that, Guy ended up becoming a member of the DV7, a group led by Charming Gold whose sole purpose is to prevent the Running Men from winning the Materion. And each member of the DVX are the strongest members of their own tribe. This is kind of where the series started to get a little bit dark, because of, the whole kidnapping Guy and drugging him. It's not really Adventure Time levels of darkness where it's just kind of creepy, but it's still dark nonetheless. But later on, thanks to Mio, Guy was set free from this mind control thing. Let's see what's next. Guy gets fully confronted by his dark self, highlighting how much of an importance Man X was in Guy's life. And after dealing with that, Guy ends up dying, along with the rest of the Running Man crew. But thanks to Popo, he turned back time, but he turned into a little baby. He ended up stopping Charming Gold. And yeah, that's it. That's pretty much it. So I've now talked about Guy and his whole role in the story. Now notice how all of these only happened in Season 1. Because guess what? He never made it in Season 2. At first I thought it was due to the fact that the creators naturally forgot about Guy's existence, or for some unknown reason they just removed him. But alas, my question of Guy not being in Season 2 was answered by one episode that was oddly not dubbed. Now, that undubbed episode is called Unfinished Stories. Yeah, for some absolutely unknown reason, this episode was left undubbed. Hell, the subtitles in this footage I'm using is a fan translation. The reason for this being undubbed is unknown, to my knowledge at least. This whole episode took place after the events of episode 48, which in the dub is the last episode of season 1. So far, this episode is just them cleaning up all the property damage that was caused in the last episode, until Detective Frank came in and started accusing the Running Man crew. Man, he really loves accusing them, doesn't he? For stealing the Materion and killing Charming Gold, and used Guy's identity as Man X as proof that the Running Man did commit these crimes. But Guy then ended up taking the blame for the theft of the Materion and ended up leaving. Now, I know you guys might think that this will be the last time we'll be seeing Guy, since he never appeared again in Season 2. But what if I told you that this whole time, Guy was actually in Season 2? Okay, so this entire segment of the video is just going to be speculation rather than something that's actually confirmed within the show. so take this as a great assault since this is just fan theories. Now just a reminder, I have not watched the second season yet, so the only thing that I've heard about the second season are many theories that Guy is actually Ninja K, and this is a theory that I actually believe. They have almost the same body, the same primary weapons, and the same wristbands as Guy. Now with all of this, it could mean two things. One, I am entirely coping about the fact that Guy is not in season 2. Or two, Ninja K is actually Guy. And it's also a little suspicious knowing that Guy and Ninja K have the same voice actor. But it is worth noting that Matthew Shaw did voice DP5, who is not Guy. So take what I said as a great assault. Now with all this evidence displayed, do I actually think that Guy is Ninja K? In all honesty, I don't know. Yes, I do believe in the theory that Guy is Ninja K, but I'll have to wait until it's confirmed. Yes, there are evidence that Guy is Ninja K, but there are evidence that goes against it. So yeah, I'll wait till it gets confirmed. And who knows, maybe it will get confirmed in Running Man Light and Shadow. Anyway, that's about it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I know this took a lot more longer than it should have. This video took me like a month or two to finish, and all honesty, all that was mostly because of my laziness. I'm sorry, and I'll improve on that. Anyways, this is Nick, out. Bye! Also, 2,000 subscribers and I'll make a My Hero Academia shipping tier list.
Hell no.